Friends, welcome to youtube.com oblique Dr. V channel. I am Dr. P.R. Patel, Professor Head, Veterinary Medicine. We are continuing with the bacterial disease, Actinobacillosis, Part 2. In the Part 2, we will discuss pathogenesis and clinical signs in cattle and buffaloes. The clinical signs in SIP we'll discuss in the next presentation. We discuss here pathogenesis of actinobacillosis. The Actinobacillus ligneraceae is the normal inhabitant of digestive tract and upper respiratory tract. So it is normally present. These organisms gain entry into the nasal and buccal mucosa through trauma or injury. There are so many causes we have already seen that causes trauma or injury to the buccal and nasal mucosa. After entering the infection reach to the dependent renal lymph node. The Actinobacillus ligneraceae has an affinity to soft tissues of head and neck. So it causes swelling of the head and neck, and so name is given big head, and occasionally it invades the bone tissues also. Continuation of the pathogenesis. Actinobacillus lignare cause localized infection, and wherever they enter, they induce inflammatory reaction and slowly developing granulomatous tissue reaction, and it increases in size of the particular part. This infection causes necrosis of the tissue, and then there is a suppuration pus formation. It first causes abscess enlarges, abscess rupture, and it discharges pus to the outside. This is the characteristic of this Actinobacillus ligneraceae infection, very common. The infection spread to the adjacent lymph node and further progress of the disease occur. Continuation of the pathogenesis. In cattle and buffaloes, mostly tongue is affected. Then the other tissues are also affected, but mostly tongue. It causes swelling of the tongue, enlargement of tongue. Tongue becomes very hard, just like a wooden piece. So it is called as wooden tongue or timber tongue. There is inflammatory changes in the tongue, and it causes severe pain in the tongue. This occurs at the early stages. Slowly the disease progresses. It causes twisting or distortion of the tongue at the later stages. This restricts the movement of the tongue, and that creates a difficulty in prehension of the food and mastication of the food. So, general health is affected. We discuss here clinical findings of actinobacillosis in cattle and buffaloes. In cattle and buffaloes, the common infection is tongue. The tongue is inflamed, so there is gross enlargement of the tongue, very painful. The tongue is protruded outside the mouth. It is swollen and very hard and appears like a wood, so it is popularly known as wooden tongue or timber tongue. This is common condition in cattle. The other conditions are also occurring. We see in the other presentation. Continue with the clinical findings in cattle and buffaloes. Inflammation of the tongue become hard, swollen, and there are ulcerations on different parts of the tongue. These ulcers are very painful and irritating. So it leads to a continuous drooling of the saliva. Because of the painful tongue, the animal find difficulty in mastication of the food. At the same time, prehension is also affected. The animal has a good appetite, but animal is unable to eat the food because painful tongue. And when the animal is unable to take the food, progressive loss of body weight occurs, an animal losing the body condition. Continue the clinical findings in cattle and buffaloes. Actinobacillus infection spread the infection to the adjacent tissue. Infection of the intermedullary space. The intermedullary space becomes hard and swollen. It is also a painful condition. There is abscess formation of the submandibular lymph node. The infection goes to the submandibular lymph node, and there is gross enlargement of the lymph node. Clinician can see this enlargement and he can palpate this enlargement also. There is abscess formation in the submandibular lymph node. The abscess slowly grow, mature, and as a rule, abscess ripen, and after some time, the abscess open and it discharges pus to the outside. Actinobacillus also affect retropharyngeal region. It causes inflammation and swelling in this region. In this, there is obstruction to the respiration. So respiration is also affected. Continue the clinical findings in cattle and buffaloes. The infection of retropharyngeal region causes obstruction or interference with the respiration, and it produces a loud audible snoring sound during respiration, breathing. Clinician can hear this sound from a distance. This is because of the interference to the respiration. The infection spread. There is abscess formation in the posterior regional soft palate also. It also causes obstruction and interference to the respiration, and it causes severe dyspnea. The infection spread to the other part of the skin and produce a cutaneous actinobacillosis. Infection in the various parts of the skin, abscess in the subcutaneous tissue, Initially, there is nodule formation in the subcutaneous tissue, which is very small, which turn into the abscess. The abscess enlarges, abscess mature, abscess ripen, and it discharges pus to the outside. We have seen that wherever the actinobacillus infection enters, it produces abscess there, and there is sequence of changes of the abscess discharging pus to the outside. Mostly it affects head and neck region. It causes swelling of the mediastinal lymph node because of the infection, and this mediastinal lymph node enlarged, that causes pressure on the esophageal groove. So eructation of gas is affected from the rumen to the outside, and it produces a tympan, again serious condition. The actinobacillus infection causes abscess in the cutaneous lymph node also, cutaneous subcutaneous abscess in the subcutaneous tissue as well as abscess in the cutaneous lymph node also. There is enlargement of the lymph node, abscess mature, abscess ripen, and discharging pus to the outside. So wherever this infection goes, it produces abscess and then further progressing disease to the worst. Contained the clinical findings in cattle and buffaloes. Sometimes general lymph adenopathy, there is generalized infection in most of the lymph node or all lymph node or few lymph nodes by Actinobacillus ligniaris. It affects one or more or most lymph nodes. Lymph nodes enlarges, they are painful, and on maturity they discharge the pus outside. Sometimes infection of the visceral organs also occur. Infection of the liver, infection of the rumen, reticulum, peritoneum, and lung. There also they produce abscess and inflammation. And clinical signs characteristic to the above organ involved, these signs are additionally seen. Liver is involved, the signs of liver abscess and hepatitis. Lungs involved, signs of lung abscesses, like this. It also produces infection of the testis and produce a granulomatous growth. So most commonly in cattle buffalo, the tongue is involved, but most of the tissues of the bodies are affected, including lymph node and subcutaneous tissue, especially the soft tissue of the head and neck. So it is called as wooden tongue, big head, etc. Friends, we have discussed the clinical findings in cattle and buffaloes and how infection develop pathogenesis in detail. Mostly it affects the tongue, but soft tissues of head and neck and other subcutaneous tissue and skin and lymph node of the whole body, but rarely. Please share this information for the knowledge of veterinary officers. Please view the videos and please subscribe the video to promote the channel. Thank you very much for observing the video.